Hello YouTubers, Joe Kersey here on May 20th, 2019. It's about 2 in the afternoon, maybe 2:15 in the afternoon. I'm sorry, 14:15 in the afternoon. Eastern Daylight Time. I wasn't able to catch the height of our great sort of little flower. I call this honeysuckle, but I may be wrong. Sure smells good. It's been smelling good all day. It's been blowing in the kitchen. Yeah. Good stuff. I'm probably moving around too fast. All right. Well, you can hear our highway there. Trying to walk so I don't fall down. It's all greened in. I mean, you know, you get out here, you can hear it, but you can't see it, you know. Well, I do want to move around. I don't know why I'm moving around so fast. Here we get the show you the roof there. We got a little some detritus blew out of the trees. Actually, that branch you see over there, that's right over my bedroom, and sometimes at night I think I've got creatures up in my attic, and I don't, unlike a few weeks ago or a couple of months ago, I don't think I have creatures up in my attic. There's my computer. Let me sit here and talk to you for a bit. I suppose I could turn on the light. Sure, I'll turn on the light. Why not? Well, last night, of course, was the last episode of Game of Thrones, which I didn't watch until late this morning, early this afternoon on Couch Tuner. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but unlike a lot of people, I like to read the spoilers before I watch the episode. So I mean, like the Daily Telegraph has a lot of coverage on this, and even the Wall Street Journal had something on it, although they didn't reveal anything. The Daily Mail has, you know, tons of stuff. I generally go for the Daily Telegraph's reviews. Well, there's one guy that writes for the Daily Telegraph. I think his name is Michael Deacon. Man, he really hates season 8. And I can kind of see why. On the other hand, if you've got to end a story, you know, if you have to end the series with some somewhat coherent ending, you have to end it some way. It's sort of like, you know, the newspaper's got to be somewhere. So I was watching, I was thinking, well, it's going to be, where's all the awful stuff? And I really have no quarrel with how they handled it. Now, I mean, this could easily have been, although they wouldn't have spent that much money on doing it this way. But, you know, soap operas have run for like 30 years, 40 years. Like Last of the Summer Wine, I think, ran on the BBC for like 23, 25 years. I mean, so, yeah, they wanted to drag this out. They could have done it. You know, you'd have that poor Isaac guy that played Bran, you know, he'd be like a 45-year-old man, you know, at the end of the series. You know? Hell, I'd be dead. I wouldn't even go see it. I'd be dead by then. So that was fun. So I don't want to say anything about it because my friend Tony in England hasn't seen it. He's going to see it here about 8 o'clock tonight. So I'd be, well, about another, he's got about another hour before he watches it. Today is my daughter-in-law's birthday. She's 45. God bless you, Kelly, my good dill. You know, we call each other Dill, you know, daughter-in-law, dad-in-law. I may have mentioned this, she and her father went down to the Dominican Republic for a wedding. I mean, she's got like 82, 83 second cousins. And so this guy is a male fellow this time, marrying his woman down in the Dominican Republic. Which actually, since you get married under the law of the place where you get married, and that means you also then ultimately get divorced under the law of the place where you get married in a lot of circumstances. So I just wonder if he's unwittingly opened some traps. A lot of those islands down there still use the Napoleonic Code, so. Ain't my problem. Let's see. Well, I read in church yesterday. Went very well. We only had 9 people, and that's counting the rector and myself at the 8 o'clock service. But, you know, this time of year with the graduations and people starting to travel and you know. One of the readings was this Acts thing where Peter goes and talks about his dream where the animals are coming down in the bed sheet and things. And all right. Well, Acts is kind of like a giant travelogue, isn't it? And okay, so I read that. And then what was the the other reading was Revelations 21, which the city coming down from heaven, and which is a lot better than a bunch of animals on a sheet coming down from heaven. And you know, and of course one of my favorite, and it's in 2 places in Revelation, you know, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Just like, you know, I mean, I will give you the water of everlasting life. You know, it's like, just blows me away. So when I got a chance to read that, it's like, now normally that's kind of a funeral reading. You know, there's a Revelation 7 thing at funerals and Revelation 21, but there are also, of course, Easter readings, because funeral readings are basically Easter readings when you think about it. Okay. Well, in terms of my physical therapy exercises, I did give them a good, honest go. I was able to do them 2 days, and then on Saturday I could barely move. You know, these things aren't, you know, horrible things to do either, but the after effect, at least in Saturday, was, I mean, I was kind of like this. So I got talking to people at church who have been through some of this physical therapy stuff and MRI stuff, and they immediately knew, oh, you can't get your MRI to do the physical therapy. I mean, they knew that. I mean, probably that's common knowledge, which I have just found out. Okay. So I was getting some insights and tips into how to perhaps approach this, you know, as time goes on. Okay, well, all right. So I've got physical therapy tomorrow at 12:15. So I'm going to make a little errand run earlier, so I'll leave the house about 11. and then that'll give me time to do what I need to do, and then get over there by 12:05. I don't know what. Well, I'll just basically wear what I've got on now. You know, I've got sweatpants and sleeveless t-shirt. Maybe I'll wear my Carhartt with the pocket. I don't know. You know, they don't have a place to hang your jacket up or anything. It's like, I've gone into bus stations that have better, you know, facilities, frankly. All right. So that I'm doing that. Oh, so well, Tony Pincham and I Skyped last night, and it's always great fun. And we got talking about real estate. Well, he got talking about real estate, and they started showing me real estate in his local area that's for sale. And I like to see that kind of stuff a lot. And so we got discussing prices and things and this and the other. And also then he got talking about firearms. He was looking at all these firearms auction sites and, you know, direct sales sites on the internet. Maybe we have those in the United States, and I'm sure we probably do, but I've never looked at them. I basically have everything I want anyway. So, I mean, I'm not in the market to buy any new guns. And it's interesting to see the prices over there are incredibly lower than over here in the United States. Much lower. But, you know, they've got to go through just a huge amount of licensing and things that, for the most part, we don't have to do. And if they'd read the Second Amendment, you shouldn't have to do anyway. Thank you very much. So that was fun. That was fun. Of course, he'd gone to his little group outing over in Blackpool the weekend before, and he had a good time. He was showing me some pictures from that. You know, I guess a bunch of them got down on they go on these. You know, Blackpool's got a lot of amusement parky things, and so they were on flume rides and things like that. It wouldn't be my cup of tea, but you know, it's always fun to go out and have fun, and you know, or at least try to. I gather my daughter-in-law got home safely from the Dominican Republic. That's good. That's great. I assume her dad did too. That's good. That's great. Thomas has been sending me some videos of my grandson playing baseball. Apparently, I don't know if they won their game yesterday or not. If they do, they're in the championship game. If they didn't, well, I guess they're out of it. But the last game, Carter got hit by a pitch. And he sent me the videos, you know, but fortunately, Carter had the sense to, you know, just take it in the back, you know. Well, since their bases were loaded, you know, when he took the base and that sort of, you know, drove in or urged in the winning run, so they ended up winning the game. So I guess Carter took one for the team. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's been very benign and quiet, and I'm clearly functional today in a way that it was very difficult on Saturday and somewhat less difficult on Sunday. But I'll see how I am after tomorrow afternoon after this little exercise or therapy session. So I'll say bye-bye, YouTubers. Well, I guess the button's on the other side.